Yes. The great debate. Who's better, Flex Wheeler or Dorian Yates? Flex Wheeler, of course, is going to win on aesthetics. He has those abs, bulging, round, full muscles, quads, full of feathering. Dorian Yates, he's bigger and he is harder and grainier, and he has a better back. So, yeah, I mean, 1993, which is the Flex Wheeler we are going to look at today, he was awesome, but Dorian Yates that year was even better. Even better than he was in 94, which is the version that we're going to take a look at today. You guys actually requested this one, and it's an interesting question. Would Flex Wheeler, if he had brought that 93 package to the 94 Olympia, would he have defeated Yates? Of course, he wasn't there. Something happened to him. Was he attacked by ninjas? I don't know. Something definitely went down. But something went down with Dorian, too. Let's go through these shots. The bicep tear. 94, Dorian Yates, not a good look at him whatsoever. And you can see in his midsection, a little bit distended, but more than that, he's got some, well, I guess it's not more than that, but he has some spray tan. Looks like it's leaking. I don't know. Looks terrible. You got to take all of that into consideration. Look at the shape of these two guys, the silhouettes. It is not even close. And Dorian Yates, yeah, I'm a big fan of his, yeah, and I like his conditioning, but no way, shape, or form is Dorian defeating Flex Wheeler, yeah. But anyway, let us just take a look at a photo shoot for just one moment at Flex Wheeler, 1993. This was prior to all of the site enhancements, oils, things like that, things of that nature, I should say. This was perfect. This physique was perfect. So it goes without saying, Flex Wheeler would defeat, the 93 Flex Wheeler would defeat the bicep torn 94 Dorian Yates. But the front lat spread would be equal dominance. Not too many, if any, pictures, on stage pictures of Flex Wheeler hitting this shot, and I don't know why. In 93, he was awesome. 93 footage is terrible. But yeah, Dorian looks awesome. Bicep tear and all. We do, however... Oh, my voice just went up there. I think it just dropped. Anyway. Yeah, using these photo shoot pictures, it is equal dominance for Dorian Yates as it was for Flex in that front double. I mean, come on, guys. Look how wide Yates is to maybe the more narrow clavicle width of Flex Wheeler. But Flex, he has some goodies here. He is winning in the quads. Dorian always had nice big teardrops, but not the best in separation of those wheels. Still, for the Dorianites, yes, he's winning this. Turn to the side. And this is where you really have to focus. Because the front double, no argument. I'm sure even for a Dorianite, they're going to give that one up. And in terms of the front lat spread, I'm not certain about this, but I'd guess Flex Wheeler himself would say that Dorian has his number in that. So we really have to focus, like I said, on these tiebreakers. But you know what? If I'm giving it to Flex, I'm not giving a whole point, so to speak. Not too much behind that. Because Dorian seems to be in better condition. He's opened up more, displaying his body to the max, I think. But Flex, I think if he was displayed a little bit better, I think he'd win due to round, full muscle, and he is pretty conditioned in 93. Here is the side tricep. Usually, Dorian Yates, hands down, would win this one. Now, Flex, come on. I wish he gave us something a little bit better than this. And he continuously hit this pose, so I guess this is his pose. In which case, if you forgive him for the way he's standing, looks pretty good. The tricep itself is just peeled. Dorian, he looked 100 times better in 1993's baby, please. So close for each guy out of both side shots. Now the back is a very interesting situation because, unbeknownst by a lot of people, am I even saying these words correctly? Unbeknownst? Should look that up in a thesaurus. But anyway, unbeknownst to a lot of you guys, Flex Wheeler's back was out of sight here in 93. Yes, he had one weak pose, we'll see in a minute, but standing relaxed, or rear relaxed, I should say. Of course, it's standing. It's not going to be the sitting relaxed. Look at that Christmas tree. And Dorian Yates, if there was ever going to be a year where he is going to be down in condition, it's 1994. But still. Now, the Christmas tree? Yates, he's awesome in the tree. I'll give him that. But compared to any other year of Flex Wheeler, I mean, after this, 99, 98, 2000, he was soft in comparison. Look at those fingers of those lats. Double wow, triple wow, holding his own against the greatest back of all time? Seemingly. But if we are going to be honest, from what we can see from the lower half, and if we look back at that standing relaxed, the rear relaxed, yes, Yates, hamstrings, things of that nature, conditioning is on one other level. But I mean, that rear double of Flex Wheeler has to be one of the sweetest shots that I've ever seen. And I'll be gosh darned, looks like he's in better condition here. All right. This is from the Arnold's Classics, I believe. Come on! A lot of these pictures are mixed and matched, but at the Arnold Classic in 93, which was prior to the Olympia, he was even tighter, and look at that condition. Here he is more of a match for Yates. Is he beating Yates in condition? Don't be ridiculous. I don't think anybody could. But symmetry, how pretty this shot is, the glutes even, the hamstrings, calves, arms on Flex, arms, guys. And like I said, the symmetry compared to Yates's, it's night and day. So I wager to say, and here is a photo shoot of Flex. Look how long his arms are compared to Yates. You could kind of see that in the side chest. How long his arms are. Look like I missized. But Yates, he does have shorter arms, which is generally a good thing for bodybuilding. But I mean, when you're able to fill those babies out like Flex does, really makes a lot of impact in this shot. And I don't know. Condition, yeah, Yates is more conditioned. But this is a photo shoot, guys. And then he was kind of cheating using that Arnold Classic picture anyway. Here, I know a lot of you guys are going to like Flex. Here's the rear lat. And this is the weak back shot that I was saying. Much like a Paul Dillette, I think with some work on this one, he could have opened up both lats. And he would have been ultimately a better matchup for Yates. Yates' midsection was wider here in 94, and he was just softer. Definitely not the impact that he had year prior, or even in 95. But yeah, Yates ultimately would probably win both back shots if you had real judges looking at this. Even the pictures you can see from the hamstrings. Yates is peeled. The abs and thigh is a different story. The abs and thigh is not, if you're going to argue condition, this is Flex Wheeler making Dorian Yates look like he is 6 weeks out. Look at that. Look at the quads. Yates did not have that legendary separation that he had in that back, in those quads. Now, if he did, he'd be much more complete. He's winning in the V-taper. Hey, I'll give it to him. I like Yates. Not dissing my man Yates, yeah. But, yeah, he does say yeah a lot. Yeah. That's from the UK. Awesome lats, winning in the V-taper, abs, not bad at all. But, I mean, 90% of you guys are going to agree with me that Flex Wheeler's winning this shot. As well as the most muscular. I mean, yeah, you pan back, and Dorian Yates, clavicle width, he's a bigger, wider guy. He's got a big head. I can tell you that. I can tell you, I wouldn't want to have a headbutt competition with that dude. But yeah, he's a bigger dude, but those legendary genetics of the muscle bellies, baby please, popping off the bone of Flex Wheeler, it's incredible. Look at the comparison of the arm. I don't want to do my man Dorian Yates this way, but I mean, compare the arms, guys. Almost downright disrespectful to Yates to draw the attention towards the arm differences. And I think that alone, in particular the front double, you could see the difference. You could see the torn bicep. It's a glaring omission. I mean, I think that alone would get Mark's Max Muscle to vote for Flex Wheeler on this one if you're going to use that Arnold Classic rear double. There was a definite advantage in the condition of Yates. There is no argument on that one for me. It depends on how much you're going to place the emphasis. Like I said, guys, I can pronounce these big words, but sometimes I don't know what they mean, right? But either which way, guys, I think Flex Wheeler, he was just that much more aesthetically pleasing to Yates's kind of like a Branch Warren type. He's like a Jeep. It's like a Jeep versus a Porsche. I mean, which one do you take? Depending on where we're going, guys. Depending on how smooth your road is. I guess the IFBB, I think lately anyway, the road's been a little bit smoother, so they're going for the more aesthetically pleasing physiques. And in that case, yeah, Flex probably would win. But in 94, Yates had a stronghold, I think. He was beating Sean Ray. Sean Ray looked awesome in 93, too, keep in mind. And Flex beat him. So, yeah, you never know. I honestly think the way things went, the way the history went, I don't think anybody was beating Yates. Even if they were, quote-unquote, wink-wink, actually beating him. 97, 94, there was a few years there that Yates could have relinquished the title. Never in condition, though. Never in condition. Even the pitchers, guys, we can see from behind, peeled Flex Wheeler, a legend, both of these guys in their own rights, as well as you guys, you bodybuilding fans. You get no recognition, I should say, at all. Without you guys, the fans, there would be no bodybuilding. It'd just be a bunch of big dudes flexing. Hit thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And, yeah, get your workout in, guys. Have a great one.